Everyone, Days here coming at you with another video. This is going to be my first video of the series that I still haven't decided what to call it, but I'm probably going to find something out by the end of the video when I'm done recording. In this video we're going to be talking about sensitivity and possibly button layout. Yeah, button layout. Sensitivity. On any first-person shooter, like, it helps. The higher you have it, the higher reaction time has to be. You know, basically, you want a faster sensitivity so that you can land really easy drag scopes, or the lock on the enemy and stuff. Pretty much just that. And basically that sensitivity, basically what it does is it slows down your screening and your left and right and diagonal and up, all that stuff. um, Reticle placement, the higher you have it. The higher you have it, the faster it moves. The slower you have it, the slower it moves, of course. So for sniping, the sensitivity that I seem to have the most accomplishment is from 3 to 5. From 3 to 5 feels like a good balance between fast and slow sensitivity. From 3 to 5, 3 basically being the slowest, but it makes you the most accurate. So if you feel like that's more worth it to you, then go with 3. If you feel like you need a little bit more movement, then you can go with 4. If you feel like you're not dragging your scope fast enough, then you can go with 4. Or you can go with like 5 that I normally play on. I play on 5 just so that I have that faster edge and can lock on the enemy faster if I have the reticle placement. Reticle placement really does matter on deciding where you feel your sensitivity is going to be best at. So basically, sensitivity. You gotta know where the enemy's head is gonna be, and basically that comes with practice. Now, it's not something that you can just learn on one night. It's like that. That comes with muscle memory and stuff like that, because it takes time to learn where the enemy's head is gonna be when they turn the corner. That's pretty much what reticle placement is: placing your reticle on the head level. And it pretty much comes with practice. As time goes on. You learn to take your time with your shots. You learn to basically place your reticle in the middle of the screen, and pretty much that. So basically, best way I could put it is how I said it, and when I was saying 3 to 5. If you feel like you want to be more accurate but slower, turning speed and stuff, slower left and right, then be my guest and go with 3. But if you feel like while you're playing that 3 is just too slow for you, then try 4. I honestly don't recommend going above 5 because, well, as it is, faster to basically move left and right. As it sounds like it would be better, but it's not, because you move too fast that your reticle placement will just be either away from the enemy or too far from it. I played during I used to play on 7 a lot. I used to play on 7 during year 1, and it definitely is a little bit different to get used to, but it's not really recommended. Like, if you feel like you need that much speed, on lining up your shots, that's where your reticle placement's being bad. Because if you're, for example, that drag down there, and I'm aiming all the way over here, and then I have a 7 sensitivity, for example, I would have to like move so fast, and it would probably push me way too far because it'll move so fast. That drag is right there right now. Usually, since I see him with my IQ, I can just line up the shot and shoot. And it's not something that you'll just easily just get down right off the bat, you know, of course. You mainly got to keep your eye on the center of your barrel. Now, people say center of your screen is pretty much the easiest way, but the end of the gun, the end of your gun is definitely where you want to look at. The middle of the screen, sure, it helps you line up your shot, but if you look at the end of the barrel of the weapon, that's pretty much the end of the screen. But it's basically where your scope is gonna go, to be exact. Like if you want to line up your shot for a quick scope, boom. And now if you do that, if you line up your shot with the center of your, or the end of your barrel, you don't even have to aim in all the way. You can just quick scope the person, like pretty much that much, and pretty much headshot, like for the most part, if you have the placement right. Like I know I talk about reticle placement, but it's just two topics that really go together right now. And I said I was going to talk about button layout, what I feel your button layout should be. And I play on bumper jumper to be exact, from like, you know, other players that play like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But I play on jumper on flipped. So basically my L2 button is basically the jump, and I jump with L1, or aim with L1, sorry, and shoot with R1. A lot of people say it's weird, and I see why, but I like that way because I can just press X once on the PlayStation, and you know, just pop my super, or if I need a jump to get away, or jump shot. You know, jump shots are also something I'm gonna go talk about in the future. So definitely takes time to basically want to get used to them. So what I feel like, jumper and puppeteer, I don't specifically use it, but I know people that do. So I don't really know what changes from this one, to be exact. So I don't really, but I do know people do like that scope a lot. So, or not scope, the button layout. But really, it just really depends on what you feel is comfortable, what you feel you're comfortable with. So I prefer it took me to get used to jumper. It took me about a week. It took me about a week, and that's because I was like confusing myself, trying to make stuff easier than it was. Um, I'm like, because in my mind I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna use my super then. I'm not gonna use my super because I was getting like so confused. Because I used to play on default. But flipped. So yeah, that was a pretty big change for me. It was like messing with my mind. But yeah, so I guess that's the end of the video. I don't really know what else talk about in this video. I'm gonna be posting these videos every Wednesday, and make a new series about new video to the series, sorry. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been Days Sniping, and I'm out.